Hello guys, and welcome to a new video today by me, Vulcan. Today I am on War Thunder, and yes, this looks extremely similar to World of Tanks, and it's not made by the same people. It's not World of Warplanes, it's War Thunder. And it's a cool game, and you guys requested me to do some of it this week. So I'm going to take a look at some new planes which I haven't unlocked yet, which is the Japanese tree. Now, I'm going to sort of try and introduce you to this game as though you never played it before, or as though this is the first time you've ever seen it. So basically, when you log into the game, you'll get into something like this, and you'll have like reserve planes at the bottom here. And these are all the different planes that you get at the start, and these are sort of like World War I type planes, all the biplanes that you get. There's also at the bottom, if you look, you can have aviation, army and fleet. These aren't active yet, army and fleet, but basically there's going to be tanks and navy in the same game. Now I'm not sure how they're going to make that work, but at the moment in the air battles you fight AI, so you have 15 players versus 15 players in the air fighting each other, but on the ground you have like either ground targets like AA and pillboxes, or tanks like medium tanks, light tanks and so on. And they are all automated, they're all like AI. And some battles you have like ships as well, which you have to destroy. But for now, I'm just going to show you around the game. So you've got the research tree. There is a lot of aircraft. As you can see, I've unlocked a lot of the British ones already and a lot of the Russian ones already. I haven't unlocked much of the German trees. These aren't all the ones that are going to be in the game either. This is still technically the closed beta for the EU side, so we haven't got all of the aircraft yet. There's going to be like a ton more, and I'm not even kidding. There's like lists on the website of how many are going to be in the game, and it's insane. All of them have cockpit views except from the bombers at the moment, and it's freaking cool. So basically, I've got like the British planes, like I said. I've unlocked the Spitfires and the Wellington. This is like a bomber. It's not very strong at the moment. I think it's a bit underbalanced. There is a lot of balancing issues with this game at the moment, but hopefully a lot of them will be fixed by release. You've got the Typhoon, awesome dive bombing attack plane thing. Then you've got the Beaufighter, which is just freaking cool. I've got my decals on it. It looks nice and sexy. So yeah, you can customize your planes and stuff. You can go into the hangar, you can change their loadout if they have different loadouts. Like this Beaufighter, you can get like an 18-inch torpedo for taking out ships and stuff. If you don't want to have that torpedo, you basically go faster, and then yeah, you just don't have the payload to sort of drop off. If you do accidentally take it, then you can just drop it at the beginning of the battle, and it will still have the same effect, I believe. You can also like paint your plane with decals. You have like lots of different pictures, so I'll just go into this. I think I've got the Axis wings at the moment on my Beaufighter, which doesn't really make sense because it's a British plane, but it looks cool, so who cares. So that you can see, and then you can paint and you can twist it and resize and so on. But I'm not going to really do too much to that. I'm going to have to try and find out where that went though. Yeah, that'll do. Right. And we'll just go back to the hangar. And yeah, so it's a very awesome game. I have bought like premium for this because it is so awesome. But at the moment, I'm going to just go into a starter battle with the Japanese planes, because I haven't really tried out these guys yet. So that's what I'm going to do today. You can get free experience. You get about half your experience that you get in the battle. You get as free experience, but you have to convert it. So like here you can see that I could just go right to rank 5 in the Japanese tree if I wanted to, because I've got almost 300,000 free experience, and I've got the Golden Eagles, which is the gold equivalent from World of Tanks in this game. So anyway, let's get into a battle. So you just go to battle. You have different modes. You've got full realistic battles. They are basically like people who like to use joysticks and all, like simulator and stuff. You've got here historical battles, which is basically like reenacting stuff. Then you've got arcade battles, which is what most people play. They haven't really sorted out the ranking system yet because not really enough people play it, so hopefully when they introduce more players to this, it will become a lot better. But basically what I'm going to do now, just click to battle, and then we'll wait in the queue for a game, and then I'll basically fly around for a bit. The games do last up to half an hour rather than 15 minutes like they do in World of Tanks, and you can have up to 4, well, I think it's up to like 8 planes in the game at the same time if you buy the slots. The first slot is like 10,000 lions, which is like the equivalent of credits. Then you've got the second one, which is 50,000 credits, then, or lines even, and then the 6th one and every one onwards is like you have to use golden eagles, which are the like premium sort of gold. So yeah, it's up to you whether you do that. I don't tend to get through more than 5 planes in one battle, so I'm okay with that. Hopefully I won't even run out in this battle, but you'll see how it goes. It's very easy to control. Like, you may not want to do a flight game because you don't have a joystick and you think that you'll be at a disadvantage. I would say you're at an advantage without a joystick. I have a joystick and I was playing with it for a while, and then I went back to using a mouse with the classic combat mode, and oh my god, it is so much better. I was tearing the shit out of things, and you'll see just how it goes. The loading can take a while sometime, so yeah. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about. So at the beginning, you load in. This is like the loading screen. This is the map. This is a ground strike mission, shown in brackets at the top left.
Your mission is to destroy the enemy's ground equipment and bases,
like you hear the guy say. And then you've got your weapons, which is your loadout. If you have multiple loadouts, you can choose them there. You can choose your camouflage, you can choose your gun targeting distance. I normally have it at max because it's very useful. Then you have your fuel amount, which for me, I normally keep at 10 minutes for fighters, because if you have your fuel amount low, you go faster, and you're not normally going to live for more than 10 minutes. Well, I guess you can. So if you're like in a jet fighter, say, like high tier, you want to take 30 minutes worth, because you're probably going to be in this guy for 30 minutes unless you get rammed or something. Ramming does happen a lot in this, by the way, just to take out high tier targets. So anyway, let's get going. So as soon as you click it, you start in the air in these arcade games, and you can see that the battle's already raging. You can use C to look around with your mouse. I've got it on the classic control mode. If I go into the controls quickly, I've just got it on mouse, same classic controls, which is basically shift is to speed up, then you've got control to slow down, then if you hold shift it boosts, then you've got like your mouse to aim, which is what I'm doing here, which is making my plane wiggle, and yeah, your plane just literally follows your aim. So let's go for this I-15 down here and see how this goes. I like the sound of this machine gun. Oh, and he's dead. As easy as that. Now, this game does go for realism. So, like there, I probably hit him in the engine. That's why I blew up so like violently. And it's very cool. This game. It's very, very cool. So I'm just getting onto another plane. Oh, and there we go. He's down. So we're already two planes up. We've got 3 people diving onto that guy, so I'm going to leave him be, and we shall move around and attack this, oh shit, I-15, which is shooting at me and doing a reasonable amount of damage. Now he's actually done a mistake there and let me get on his tail, and I currently have critical speed. That basically means I'm about to stall. If I don't push my nose down, which I'm not, I will probably crash shortly, because I go into a spin, and there you can see a wreck that just flew past me as he just crashed straight into that. Pretty awesome. I love this game for those sort of moments where you have like a plane like dive you, and then it sort of comes really close and it doesn't hit you, and it just flies past and it goes really cool, those moments. So here I'm probably going to go for a front-on attack onto this guy. Oh no, he's turned for this I-15. Never mind. Well, okay, that's fine by me. I'll just chase you down. So it does give you a marker to aim at. Now this is like kind of easy mode, and you can see there I just shot him down. That's why you're at such an advantage with the mouse, because with the joystick it's really hard to keep your like reticule in the middle of that little marker. So there you can see that guy just got shot down, so I'm going to avoid following that up there. A lot of people are quite a lot higher than me, which is kind of worrying because they can dive me at any time. And when you dive, you do pick up a lot of speed. and it's likely that like this guy's diving something. I don't know what he's diving actually. Oh well, I shot his wing off before he could get anywhere. So yeah, I'm doing pretty well. My machine gun's reloading. You do have infinite ammo in arcade mode, so but it does run out, so you have to sort of reload it every now and then. And here you can see there's a key like sort of in a bit of trouble, so I'm just going to shoot him down as my machine gun reloads. There's a guy diving down here with a pea shooter, which is the first fixed wing aircraft you get in the game. There's also an I-15 down here which is going quite some speed, so I'm going to catch on to him, and he just crashed into the ground. So we'll move on to this pea shooter, shoot him down instead. Now you want to kind of use bursts because your accuracy is greatly affected. I just managed to hit him before he crashed there, which gave me the kill. Your accuracy is greatly affected if you just hold down the fire button. Your spread of your machine gun will become a lot bigger. Here you can see I'm being fired at by AA, and it is shaking my screen like a motherfucker, and I did just get hit by AA. So there we go! And that's my first thing down. So I'm not out of the game now. I don't have to watch the game. I do have three planes left, so let's keep going. It's very fun, this game. Now at the starter levels, you don't have pillboxes, you just have artillery and AA to shoot you down. I think that's a good thing because it makes it easier for the ground targets to be destroyed, like the I-15 here is doing. He's just taking out loads of ground targets. I think I'm on currently 6 air kills. I'm currently top of the leaderboard, and that guy just crashed into something on the floor there. Now, turning too fast does cause blackouts like that, where the blood goes from your head. Just managed to kill that guy as he was coming towards me. It does cause blackouts because all the blood goes to your head, or comes away from your head even, so you lose the blood in your head. There we go, killed that guy, move on to the next. Now this key's gonna get it, or KI-10, another Japanese fighter just like my own. This one's a green one. I think each of the reserve planes have different camos at the start. Oh, that guy's being shot down anyway, so let's go for this I-15, which is heading for our ground targets. Oh, he's pulled up, and we shall get on his tail momentarily. So yeah, you basically keep your mouse over what you want to go to, and then you can just... you have to kind of move your mouse to get the reticule onto your target. Now this guy's wiggling a lot, so it's kind of been a bit difficult. But that's the best way to kind of combat this, when you have somebody on your tail. Also out-turning your enemy does help a lot, but in that case, not for him. So, just got another air win streak of 3, so we're doing very well. I am enjoying this fighter at the moment. I've never played with these planes before, so... the Spitfires and stuff later on have like cannons, which can be extremely useful, which is awesome. So there I've just wasted a lot of my machine guns, and that guy has a rear gunner, which you can take control of. If you press V, you can change your view, and you can go into like first person view, which is freaking awesome. It looks really realistic, and you can look around in your cockpit, and I just got hit there. You can look around in your cockpit, which is awesome, but I don't tend to use that mode because it's kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, I got my machine gun back, so let's shoot this guy down. There we go, he's dead. And we can move on to the next target, which will probably be this I-15, because he looks like he's going to stall. You can't really go directly up in a plane, because it will stall in this. There is the stall mechanics, which you have to get out of by like fighting the stall. But that guy's a bit high, and I can't really get up there, so I'm going to go for this guy, who's slowly climbing in his, I think that's a Kingfisher, is it? Let's have a look as we get closer. I'm not going to fire until I get close enough, really, to do damage. It's that's a big mistake a lot of people make. They fire at a very long distance, and you're unlikely to win if you do that. There you can see I just shot off his tail. And we'll move on to the next target. But this is basically how most of the games go. There are bombers, which are completely different. They basically you can basically fly really high like you would in real life, and then drop bombs from a distance onto static or moving targets. If they're moving, you generally have to like drop the bombs in front of them so they land like where you want them. And here I'm just shooting down its I-15. Come here, you bastard! I just hit you in the engine, so you've got an oil leak. Right, let's kill you. Oh, critical hit, critical hit. He's going to go into the mountain. There we go. Goodbye. And we'll move on to the next target. So basically, in the early game, a lot of people tend to go for just the kills. Here you can see our team's actually losing quite badly because we haven't killed many ground targets. And I'm actually going to be absolutely owned by AA if I'm not careful. So I'm going to stick low, and I'm going to go for a run onto this guy here. Nope, maybe not, because my machine gun ran out of ammo. And I've just jammed my game. Okay, so there are some issues at the moment with reliability. I was in a really good game then, that's quite disappointing. But what I'll have to do is wait until the game ends so I get my XP. Because if you leave early in the games, then you do lose XP. So what I'm going to do, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I just heard my my plane crash. That was not very nice. We were on quite a good kill spree there. I think I was on about 9 kills. I lost count. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did until I jammed. And yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed that little introduction to War Thunder. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.